All right, welcome to Math Lesson 5.9, which we will be partitioning on a number line. If I were to look at these two pieces of red vines, which are the best licorice, don't let anybody tell you different, which piece of licorice is partitioned into 3 equal parts? And why? Go ahead and press pause and we'll be right back and we'll see if you did it correctly. All right, so if I would have said the first one was partitioned equally, I would say you were wrong because obviously the second piece, the lengths, are equal. Why are they equal? Because they are the same size. All right, here we have a number line. A correct number line shows each and every number equally spaced throughout. You would see this particularly on like a ruler where everything is spaced the exact same. Now, is this model correct? No, it's not correct because the numbers are not equally spaced. Here we have a number line with equally spaced numbers like you'd see on a ruler. Now, what do you notice about this model? I want you to go ahead and press pause while you discuss with your class, and we'll be right back to kind of go over some things that we might have noticed. All right, some of the things that you may have noticed is that the number 1 and 2 is equally spaced out. We could tell where the number 0 would go and where 3 and 4 and 5. Now, what about those marks in between? Well, if I count them up, I see there's 1, 2, 3 jumps in between each one, which if they were equally numbered as fractions, each of those would be 1/3. So each jump would be 1/3 of the way across. So 1/3, 2/3. And notice that when it gets to 3/3, that means we have the whole, correct? Because there are 3 pieces in a whole for this one particularly. And when we go to the end, it'd be the same as timesing that that denominator by 2, which is 6, which means we would have 2 wholes. All right, on your whiteboard or your notebook, I want you to take your orange Cuisinart rod. And what I want you to do is I want you to draw a line at the end and a line at the end and then straight down, just like that. Okay? Now, I'm going to pretend this number. I'm going to go just a little bit more and put an arrow because I know the number continues on and on. But at those 2 tick marks, I'm going to label those. So I know that the distance between here and here to make the whole. So right here would be my 1, and right here would be my 0. So from here to here, 0 to 1 is my whole. Okay? Now, what rod would partition this, or split it up, into halves? I want you to go through, you're going to press pause here, and you're going to figure out which one would make half. All right, hopefully you were able to find out, hopefully you pressed pause. Now, if I've already done that, I can come up and I figured out if you solved it correctly, you would have found out that the yellow one was exactly 1/2. Okay, were you able to figure that one out? Okay, I hope so. It's pretty self-explanatory if you've done this and you've been following along. But now what I want you to do, go ahead and erase that one. And we're going to do another one. This time, I want you to grab your orange one. And I also want you to grab a red one. And combine those 2, just like so. Okay? We're going to do the same thing. You're going to mark, this one's a little harder for me, there and there. We're going to go all the way down. Okay, just like that. That's going to be our tick marks. And Now what I want you to do is I want you to put a 1 at the end and a 0 on the other end. So that's our whole. Okay? Now that you've got your whole, I want you to see if you can partition this particular shape into fourths. So you're going to try to find what equals 1/4, and you're going to mark it all the way down. So this is where your wonderful teacher is going to press pause, and then we'll be right back. All right, if you were able to solve that, then you would know that 1/4 was equal to the green color. Okay, now what I want you to do, with that green color, we're going to partition it into fourths. And now let's see if you can label it. So go ahead and label those. Press pause, and we'll walk around to see if you were able to solve that. All right, if you labeled those correctly, you would know that this would be, if we were to label this 0, what do you think it would be? Here's the cool thing. That would be 0, since we split it into 4 pieces, fourths. Then we have 1/4, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, and my whole is going to be 4 fourths. Okay, for your last part, we're going to be making some little number lines here just so we have a good idea what they stand for. First, we're going to take our white one. Now, we're not going to do anything special with that one. We're just going to write on there 1, 1. So that fraction is 1, 1, meaning we have the whole. Okay? Next, you're going to take your red one. Red one's fairly simple. We're going to take that red one and fold it straight across in half. Okay, there you go. Now, what do you think we're going to label those? Well, we can draw the line down there so we know where we split it. And then I know that this is 1/2, and this is also 1/2. Okay, now we got those two done. Next, you're going to take your green. Now, what do you think we're going to split that green into? If you said 6, you're incorrect. We're actually going to split that into thirds. Now, this one is a little bit tricky. Let's see if I can remember how to do this one. Okay, so if we take it, we're trying to get 3 equal parts, correct? So let's see, so that would do 1. Yep, that should do it. So folded it equally into thirds. This one's hard. This one might take you a few tries. So now I've got 3 equal pieces. What do you think you're going to label those 3 equal pieces? If you said 1/9, you're incorrect. We know that there is 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. Okay, now we've got those 3. Next, you're going to grab your purple. All right, your purple. We're going to split that into fourths. So I know if I split the whole into 2, if I times it by 2, meaning folding it again, I'm going to have my equal pieces, and they are 4 pieces. So what am I going to label this one? Correct. Each one's going to have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right. Now, we're back to that tricky one, which was those thirds. But we're going to be doubling that. 3 times 2 is 6. So, remember to do the thirds. We got to do the thirds first, and then we'll double it. So, we fold them over. It's kind of tricky. I know, this one bugs me every time, too. So, best I can, making those even. Oh boy, I struggle with this one, I tell you what. Okay, that looks pretty close. So I've got the thirds, and if I times it by 2, let's see if this works. Okay, then I should open it up, and I should have 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece. Oh, am I gonna get there? 4 piece, 5. Oh, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that worked. Mine worked. Okay, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. Okay. Whew, 3s and those are hard, aren't they? Okay, last one. Taking our blue, we are gonna fold it in half, which makes 2 pieces. 2 times 2 is 4. You're gonna fold it one last time. Okay, open it up. If your hands will work. Okay, gonna mark those lines. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, and there we go. And since there's 8 pieces, you're labeling it 1/8. Okay, now what you need to do, you're gonna use your glue stick. If you lost it, well, should have bought one when Miss Worthen was here, right? Now what you're gonna do though, you're gonna take these and you're gonna glue them in order on smallest, or the biggest piece, which is your brown or white one, your second, your third, your fourth. Notice how the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. You're gonna glue these together on a piece of paper. Best of luck.